Hello everyone, welcome to another video about Overwatch. So today I just want to talk about some of the problems people have been having with this game recently. Cause it just came out on Steam and it's got a lot of negative reviews and overall just for a long time now people have had a lot of negative things to say about the game that I really just don't agree with. So I just want to say my opinion on it just to rant about it because I feel like it. So, yeah. First of all, one of the biggest issues people have with the game, there's a lot of them, but I guess, but number one, the hero being in the battle pass, and personally, I don't think it's a big deal that the hero is in the battle pass, because personally, it only takes me 1 or 2 weeks to unlock the hero from the battle pass. And if it takes you more than like 4 weeks, then you're probably just not playing the game enough. Honestly, that's how I feel. And if you don't get the hero, and it's the hero unlock missions next season aren't that bad, I think. So I don't know what people's problem is. Like I get they want to use the hero right away, but it's not that hard to just grind them. It's not like it gives you something to do. Like people also complain that there's no thing to do in the game. So grinding the new hero at least is a reason to play the game. Actually, like I don't think it's that big of a deal. The heroes in the battle pass, and that brings me to the next topic, which is just the monetization in general. People complain about them about how much stuff costs in the game and buying. You don't have to buy anything in the game. Like, if you don't like how much the skins cost, don't buy any skins. You don't need skins to play the game. The skins don't do anything for the game at all. Like, at all. You don't need skins. Some people seem to act like you need the skins to play the game because they're like, oh, you could get all the skins for free in Overwatch 1, which, yeah, that's cool, but that doesn't mean anything. It's like you don't need skins to play the game. Like I don't care about skins at all. Like they don't matter at all. So if you think the skins are too expensive, just don't buy them. It's as simple as that. At least that's how I feel. I haven't spent a single penny on this game, and I'm really enjoying it still personally. So the next thing, what's the next thing? The PvE. So I can understand people being upset about the PvE from Overwatch 1, but the PvE isn't bad that we've got right now. It's not that bad. I personally really enjoy the cutscenes. Like I think they're really good. They're really cool. Like it's not a masterpiece, but it's not bad. Like people's expectations for the PvE was so high. It's like we were never going to get some kind of like masterpiece out of it. Sure, there could have been the talent stories and stuff, but like people act like it could have been like the greatest thing ever. But what we got is probably not much worse than what it would have been. The best it would have been would be exactly what we got, except plus talent trees. People act like that would have been God's greatest gift on the earth or something. I think people's expectations are just way too high about what it could have been, I guess. Which, yeah, it's cool, but personally I enjoy the game for what it is. I'm enjoying the game for the PvP. I enjoy playing that, so I don't care about the PvE being that good or bad. Like, if the PvE is cool, then that's great, but I just don't really care personally. So yeah, the next thing I want to talk about is the new story missions. Everyone is complaining about how they cost $15. Everyone's just like, oh, $15 for the new story missions? That's absolutely insane. Why would you pay $15 for the story missions? But every single person who mentions this completely ignores the fact that you also get the coins of this. This is $10 worth of coins. This is for the battle pass. You buy this, you get this for you get the battle pass, which means it's basically $10 for the battle pass and $5 for the story missions. So I don't know why everyone acts like these 1,000 coins you get in this bundle are completely, absolutely worthless in every single way. Because they're not. They definitely aren't. Like, I don't know why people they just choose to ignore the fact that these coins exist in this bundle. Everyone, every single person is like, oh yeah, $15 for the story missions, but I guess if you don't care about the battle pass and you just want the story missions, sure, this is nothing, but I don't know, it's weird to me that people are just playing Overwatch for the story mode anyway. It's like, why would you do that? Like, so many people act like the only reason they ever wanted to play Overwatch ever was for the story missions. So I just don't agree with people choosing to ignore that this exists, which to some people this might be worthless, but to most people, if you're playing the game, you can use this to buy the battle pass or anything else if you want, really. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a little dishonest to say that it's $15 for the story missions when you also get that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I can agree with to some extent about the story missions, but like, you can't expect them to be free. Like, this is just like, sure, it would be cool if they were free, I guess, but like, I never really expected that. Like, of course they're gonna charge for it. So I don't know what people were really expecting there. I guess they just want it to be cheaper. Because yeah, if you do want just the story missions, you still have to pay $15 for it. It's not like you can pay $5 for just that, but I don't know. I still think the coins are worth something, so whatever. But still, I don't care about the PvE. I'm not buying the story missions because I don't care about the PvE at all. I just play the PvP. So what else? Let me take a look here. I'm gonna pull up Steam. So here is the game on Steam. It's got very negative reviews. Well, let's take a look at them. Let's just take a look. So that was the thing about the game, was like, well, yeah, the whole thing with Blizzard, and I understand that, but Blizzard having that stuff happen doesn't make like Overwatch 2 is not Blizzard. Like, if like, I don't like this, like, but that Blizzard did that stuff, obviously, but that doesn't make Overwatch a worse game to me personally. But you know, whatever. Let's see the next one. Yeah, I can agree with this. Don't spend any money. I don't spend any money on this game. You don't have to, if you don't want to. So here's another thing. Okay, so the game balance. Here's the problem with complaining about the balance changes is everyone's opinion is different. Like the Mercy balance change, for example, I hate the damage boost nerf completely. But that's an opinion. Like, some people see that and they're like, oh, Overwatch sucks. Other people hate Mercy. Some people see that balance change and they love Blizzard for it. Like, thank you so much for nerfing Mercy. It's like, you can't win with balance changes. Some people are going to hate it and other people are going to love it no matter what it is. Like, so I don't know. I've seen completely different opinions about almost every balance change I've ever seen for this game, so I don't think you can say the balancing is bad, because some people like every one of them and some people hate basically every one of them. It's very subjective, honestly. Like, it just depends. Like, some of the balance changes I don't agree with, but I don't think that's big of a deal. Even if they do a bad balance change, if it's that bad, it'll be revolted pretty soon, probably. I don't think it's that big of a deal, and I don't think you could just say the balancing is bad in general, because people's opinions on the balance changes differ, so so very much. So, I don't know. Because the balance patch comes out, and it's like someone loves half them and hates the other half. The other person loves the first half and hates the second half. So it's people end up not liking it, but then they like and dislike different balance changes. It's weird. It's just I don't think you can just generally say that the balancing is bad. It's just very subjective in my opinion. Some things you could say are like just objectively bad, probably, but I don't know. I think balance isn't such a narrow thing like that. I don't think you can point to exactly what's good or bad in it. So I think the balancing is fine. I think it's as good as basically any other game. So yeah, let's see, what else do we have? So some people are saying that like, I've also seen the opinion that Overwatch 1 is like, why can't I play Overwatch 1 anymore? And I don't get that either, because Overwatch 2 is the same game. The one thing I do agree with is that why we should still have Overwatch 1. Overwatch 2 should have never come out. There never should have been the 3-year drought of content. And we should still be playing Overwatch 1. But, like, yeah, just the same, all the changes they did when Overwatch 2 came out could have just been changes they made to Overwatch 1 easily. It does not, we never had to go Overwatch 2 at all. I do agree with that, but I don't agree with that Overwatch 1 was a better game and that I would rather play Overwatch 1 because it's literally the same game with one less tank and a couple of balance changes, which I don't agree at all with that. Like, I would say that it would be cool if like they added a game mode in Overwatch 2 where you could play like with 6v6. That might be cool as a separate game mode. I don't know why they don't do that honestly, but it's the same game, which is that the only big difference is that the one less tank. It's other than that, it's the same game. It really, really is. I think all it really comes down to is if you enjoy the game. Do you enjoy playing the game? Then just keep playing it. Like, nothing else really matters. Like, you don't need skins to play the game. The game doesn't need to have a good PvE for you to keep playing PvP. That's all that really matters. If you're not enjoying PvP, then stop playing it. And that's as simple as that. That is my opinion, completely. To me, personally, my biggest complaint about Overwatch 2 is just the same complaint about basically every game like Overwatch. It's just the toxicity. So many people in the game is just so toxic. Like, I played a game of the Underworld PvE mission on Overwatch 2, the first game I played, and someone was like, oh, someone was in chat in the PvE mission being like, you guys suck, you should kill yourselves. It's like, what? It's a PvE mission that just came out and we're all playing it for the first time. What is wrong with you? Are you insane? Like, that's the kind of thing I hate about Overwatch, but that's in every game like this, and you can't do anything about this. You can't do anything about it. I wish people like that didn't exist. I wish people didn't get so upset about a game like Overwatch, but you can't change it, so it is what it is. That's not really the game's fault. I think the game has tried to do stuff to mitigate that, but there's just you can't get rid of that. You just can't. It's just a factor that exists in every competitive game, sadly. See what else. See, here's this. Overwatch 2, pay up or grind like hell. You do not have to grind like hell to get the new hero. It takes me 2 weeks, and I play the game a lot. So playing half as much as me, you could probably get it in 4 weeks, which is the middle of the season, which I can understand. You want to play the hero sooner, but it's not that bad. Like, it's, as someone who never gets the battle pass, this is the first battle pass that I bought, and I bought this battle pass with credits that I saved up from the weekly missions. I don't have any problem waiting to play the new hero. I don't mind it at all. Like, it's not a big deal to me. It really isn't. And I don't know why it's such a big deal to other people. It's like, it would probably be better if the hero wasn't in the Battle Pass, but it's not that big of a deal that it is, to me. It's like other games do the same thing, but it's a problem. It's only a problem in Overwatch, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, what else do we have here? So, let's see. A sequel about us feeling as sloth on sedatives. See, again, I don't agree with that because it's the same game. It's literally the same game. It's the same game. I agree that they did just slap a 2 on it because it's the same game. If you think Overwatch 2 is boring, then so was Overwatch 1. It's literally the same game. It's literally the same game. If you enjoyed the first Overwatch, you can't say that Overwatch 2 is worse. I mean, you could say that a lot of the stuff around it is worse, but the game itself and the gameplay is literally the same. That's all I have to say. Let's see what else they have to say. Okay. I don't agree with that at all. I don't want to be sniped by Widow. I can just say this again, you don't have to buy the new hero. It doesn't take that long to unlock them if you actually play the game. I think the people complaining about not getting the new hero are people who play like 3 games a week or something and then complain that they don't unlock the new hero, probably. Let's see, what else is that? What else is down? Here's a big one. Heroes in Battle Pass. This is only a problem if you care about competitive, I guess. I mean, yeah, you can't, for one, you can't play the new hero in competitive for a week. And if you really think that's a problem, there are 2 solutions to that. One, take the hero out of the Battle Pass, which I think everyone would like. Or 2, just make it so you can't use the new hero in competitive for like 3 weeks or something, and then by then, if you play the game enough, you could have already unlocked them. Those are probably the 2 solutions to that, but personally, I hate competitive. I absolutely hate competitive. Honestly, I barely play it at all. So I don't care about that. Overwatch 2 is completely a casual game to me. I just play it because I enjoy it. It's as simple as that. I just play quick play all day. It's fun. That's all I care about. The Battle Pass. So the Battle Pass is fine. It's like one thing I hold. It's like in Overwatch 1, you bought loot boxes for a chance to get the skins, or you could grind the loot boxes. But if you bought the loot boxes, you had no idea if you'd get a skin or not. But at least in Overwatch 2, if you buy the Battle Pass, you know exactly what you're getting from it. So that's one thing, I guess. But I will agree that the Battle Pass is a little lackluster. There's a lot of things in the Battle Pass, like souvenirs. Like, every souvenir is just a completely worthless spot in the Battle Pass, because their souvenirs are so worthless, but I don't know how exactly they'd fix that. Maybe replace those souvenirs with like 10 Overwatch credits to help you save up to buy a Battle Pass. Maybe that would be really, really good. That would be awesome. I think a lot of people would be approve of that. I don't know how many credits would that be. That would be at least, let's say, like 100 credits per Battle Pass, which would be a tenth of the way to another Battle Pass. Ideally, they would, instead of 10, it would be like 50 or 100, but like I don't think they're gonna do that. So I'm lowballing and giving a number like 10 because I don't think they give us like 1,000 from a battle pass, honestly. But you know, that'd still be really nice. My point is souvenirs are worthless, and there are a lot of spots in the battle pass that are kind of worthless. So I do agree with that. The battle pass could be a lot better. But I don't know. I don't play a game. I don't really play Apex or Fortnite or anything. I don't know how it compares to their battle pass. But I doubt it's any worse compared to theirs, probably. And again, it's all just cosmetics except for the new hero, which you don't need to buy the battle pass to unlock. So yeah. But yeah, it's the new hero in the battle passes. I can understand because it does actually affect gameplay, and I completely disagree with anything that would actually boost your gameplay to be paywalled, but you can easily unlock the hero without paying for it. Compared to Valorant, by the way, which is very hard to unlock the heroes. I've barely played Valorant, but it seems very hard to get a new hero in that. And Apex, which I played a lot of Apex, and I know it takes a long time to buy a hero for free in Apex. It takes a very long time. The higher level you get, the less of those credits or whatever you get, and it takes a really long time to buy a champion or whatever in Apex. So I think compared to games like that, like Valorant and Apex, Overwatch, it's a lot easier to get the heroes. It's a whole lot easier. But people complain about it so much more for some reason. I think the reason people complain about it is because they're just used to not having that. They prefer the way it was in Overwatch 1, but Overwatch is just changing to match the landscape of other games like it. Like, that's just the way it is. I think people are just negative about everything with Overwatch. I think Overwatch could release the greatest story mode ever, and I'm pretty sure everyone's still complaining about it at this point. Like, people are so negative in Overwatch. Like, they complain about everything. This update is really, really good. I really enjoy it. I like the hero progression thing. I like the story missions are really cool. They're fun. I like the new hero. I really like the practice range update. But everyone's complaining about it. Like, I heard people complaining about the hero progression thing, and people are saying the story mode is just terrible, which it's fine. It's not like it's 10 out of 10, but it's good. I mean, it's fun. The cutscenes are amazing. I really love the cutscenes. So, I don't know. People just complain about every single thing that happens in this game. It doesn't matter what it is. Most people are complaining about it. Like, the loud majority of people that are complaining about it, no matter what it is. It's really stupid. It's really dumb. And I disagree with it completely. Let's see, what else is here? See, the problem with PvE, if only Overwatch had never promised a lot of that stuff in the first place, they'd be in a lot better position, but, you know. And people are just complaining about, oh, they're trying every single thing, they're just trying to squeeze money out of you, and yes, I agree with that, but they're not doing it any more than Fortnite or whatever else. I remember watching a video on Fortnite, how they do things to try and hide the actual price of stuff to make you buy it and stuff. And people don't really complain about that as much as they complain about this. So, yeah. I don't think Overwatch is any worse than any other live service game. It is trying to get you to spend money just as much as Apex or Fortnite or Valorant. It is not any worse, but I can agree as a whole that I disagree with that kind of game model, but you can't complain about Overwatch specifically and ignore the other games that are doing it. But I do agree, in general, I agree. I would like it better if these games weren't doing that. But that's just that again. That's just kind of the landscape of this kind of game these days, and Overwatch is just evolving with what everyone seems to want, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. That's just the way it is. I think it would be stupid to play Overwatch for collection purposes. If the reason you enjoy Overwatch is collection purposes, that's pretty weird, I think. But, you know, it is what it is. And as far as being competitive, again, I don't care about the competitive side of Overwatch at all. Like, at all. I really don't care. I just enjoy it. I don't care about the competitive side. But yeah, the game is fun. And if you enjoy playing it, then just play it. If you don't, then don't. It's as simple as that. What else do we have here? Let's see here. I agree. Again, I agree with that. Overwatch, they should have just kept updating Overwatch 1. There's so many ways they could have handled it better, but you know, it is what it is. I'd probably rather have just had that and just not gotten any kind of PvE instead of the horrible situation that we've kind of gotten in now. But again, I'm pretty sure that the PvE we do have is probably not much worse than what we would have gotten. I think people are over-exaggerating how good it could have been. Honestly, like, I think so. But I don't really care about PvE anyway. That's probably everything. I've probably addressed all the issues. I don't think there's anything else. I think that's the big complaints out of the way. And yeah, I disagree with most of the complaints people have about the game. Like, the shop is like, you don't... I agree that skins cost too much, and that's why I don't buy them. And I don't buy any skins because they cost too much, and it doesn't affect my gameplay at all, and I still enjoy the game without them. So I don't know. I just think people are exaggerating it. Like, I just think people are overreacting and just being way too negative about everything. The whole point of these games, like Overwatch, Fortnite, and all that, is that the game is completely free to play, and you don't spend any money unless you want cosmetics. The only reason to spend money is if you want cosmetics, so yeah. But the PvE is a different thing than that. That is not a part of the PvP, so I understand why they make you pay for that. I personally, at least. And like I said, the new heroes are free because you can just, it doesn't take that long to unlock them, honestly. And if you miss them, then you just have to do missions to unlock them next season. It's not that big of a deal. I just think people are overblowing it a lot. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I just don't. I've said this a lot, and I said it in the last videos I've done and everything, but the main point I want to drive home is if you enjoy playing the game, then just keep playing it. And if you don't, then stop playing it. It's as simple as that. If you want to spend money, then spend money. If you don't, then don't. You don't need to spend money on this game to play it. You don't need to spend money on this game to enjoy it. If you have, like, especially if you have, like, a group of friends to play with, you get into Overwatch with, like, 4 people, You've got a 5-stack, you play some games, you joke around with each other, you have a great time. It's fun. It's really fun. And that's as simple as that. It does nothing else matters. Just play the game and enjoy it. You don't need to buy anything. You really don't. You really don't. And I guess that's all I have to say about it. If anyone has any questions, anything to add, if you disagree with me, leave a comment and I'll reply maybe. I'll take a look at it. But that's about it. I just wanted to counter some of these. I just wanted to say my opinion personally on all the stuff, how I feel about it. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching and bye bye.